EA Sports, so proud to bring you continuing coverage of the world of golf today from the spectacular Wolf Creek Golf Club in Mesquite, Nevada. Hello again and welcome. I'm Rich Lerner. We will check in with Nota Begay III and Iona Stephen as we move along, but I'm pleased as always to be joined in the 18th tower by a man who won 15 times around the world, Frank Nobilo. And Frank, looking forward to what should be a fun afternoon of golf.
Yeah, very much so, Rich. When you've waited all morning, those afternoon rounds are a little special, aren't they? I'm really looking, though, for today to see if they come out of the gates nice and quick. That's for sure. I know the finish here is always important, but get out of the gates quick and then see if you can finish the job this afternoon.
Let's pick up the action here as we begin at the long par 5 first. And that is a laser to start things out, and from there he should have a chance to go for this opening green in 2. Frank, what does the shot into this first green look like?
Well, it's back a little bit up the hill. Bunkers left and right, really the biggest concern, but a well-flighted shot to this 3-level green will be well rewarded.
Wow, what a nice way to start the day, Frank.
Straight out of the gate, and the barn door is officially open.
Had a pretty good run at it. That would have been a nice eagle, but couldn't quite find the line. Well, that's just how you picture it in your head when you're out on the range, right? 3 good shots set him up, and he brushes that one in for birdie at the first. Ready to tee off here at the second hole. Quite a view from up here, Frank.
Once again, big elevated tee. It's hard to imagine you have a tee that high up, but that'll shorten that 445 yards. Obviously, it's a dog leg left. You've got to be careful if you hit driver and 2 straight, because then you can run out. A nice tee shot in the middle there, and then you've got a relatively straight shot into this sort of par 4 green, obviously going a little bit back up the hill. And once again, a little bit like that opening hole, sort of different tiers on that green. Try and make sure that you're on the right one.
So after the big drive, this, a short approach to the par 4. That is absolutely fine. A 4-footer here for birdie. Oh, yes, he gauged that one perfectly. Another birdie here at 2, and a 2-under start to the round. Now on to the third, first of the short holes here at Wolf Creek. uphill shot, Frank?
Yes, it's going to play a little longer because of that than it's 227 yards off the back tee. Hard to imagine you have a par 3 in amongst this desert, and really that's all it is. Tee and green, there's not much in between. Well protected, as you can see by those bunkers, and this green a little smaller than what you'd like for a hole that's around that 230 yard mark.
And he definitely could have used a little more club there up the hill, as that's going to come up short.
Well, you've got to use that leading edge of the club. I know you've got to use some power there, but if you turn the loft down, it will not get out of the grass.
This is an 11-foot putt. Tell you what, if there's ever a good bogey, that might be it. Good concentration there to polish it off. Coming now to the 383-yard par 4 fourth. Severe dogleg right. Fairway wood or hybrid off the tee might be the play here. Just make sure you avoid the series of bunkers on the right. They call that position A. That's going to be right down the middle. All right, we know he can move it. That ball was absolutely bombed. Now comes the touch shot, 83, 84 yards. See if he can play that two-check skipper and get it to stop. Here we go.
That's a good shot, and more importantly too, a green in regulation, so birdie chance.
Not a problem. That's in for birdie, and that score moves to 2 under par. Frank, you and I have covered golf around the world. I have never seen anything quite like Wolf Creek Golf Club here in Nevada.
I didn't think you could build a golf course in
Now, from the fabled East Course at Oak Hill Country Club, this is EA Sports' continuing coverage of the world of golf. Alongside Frank Novelo, I'm Rich Lerner, and partner, you and I have called a lot of rounds of golf through the years. I know there's always something that piques your interest. How about today?
Rich, every day brings you a chance to do something special. And when we get to sit in this perch, that's what I look for. And I don't want to see the head going down. I want to see that every single shot is a chance to do something special. That could be a chip. Maybe the chip goes in. Maybe it's a 30-footer that goes in. Maybe a drive gets rifled down the fairway. Do something special.
Down on the course, let's check in with Nota Begay III.
119 left to the hole, pin sitting on the left half of the green. That's the gap wedge, going right at it.
Good shot. Safely on the green and a birdie chance.
10-foot putt left.
Oh, boy, gotta hope that's not a harbinger of things to come. Okay, so big drive here at the first, but only a par to show for it. The second hole here at Oak Hill is known as Breather, but don't be fooled by the moniker. This one has some teeth. At 405 yards, it is not overly long, but a tee shot here needs to be precise because the fairway is narrow and lined with bunkers on both sides.
Too strong for this hole, eh? Ran out of fairway and into the rough. Big hit, though. That's not too bad. Good shot. Inside 20 feet, I would imagine. So a good chance, really. Outside chance for birdie.
And this will be a 5-foot putt here.
Oh, maybe a misread there, and that curls by to the left. Well, not to be. Okay, so a solid par at the first, but problems here at 2. It's a double bogey and a 2-over start to the round. The third here is a long par 3 at 230 yards. It's protected by 2 bunkers left and 2 more short and right. But the biggest concern here is making sure you get enough carry over an aggressive false front, because just about anything that lands in the front third of the green won't be staying there for too long. Well, he played it safe, but that's okay there on the front part of the green. This one, not for the faint of heart. Down a big slope, though it is for birdie. Will that stop? Yes, that was not easy down the slope, but that's pretty well done.
So after a rocky start, it's back-to-back pars as he'll stay at 2 over through 3 holes.
On to the fourth now, the only par 5 on this opening 9, and at 615 yards, the longest on the course. It is a stout test. Bunkers and out-of-bounds loom on the right side of the fairway, with trees running along the left. Wayward from the tee, and this one is headed for the rough, Frank. Safely back into the fairway. That was the job at hand, and it's a good end result.
That's a good shot, and more importantly, too, a green in regulation, so birdie chance.
Now Noda, this for birdie.
Well, in all things considered, he's in pretty good shape, coming back up the slope, working slightly to the right.
Yeah, good concentration there. That's a distance where a putt could get away, but that, in for a par. The fifth hole here at Oak Hill is entirely new as of a recent renovation. Inspired by the original sixth hole, it checks in at an even 180 yards. 4 bunkers in total ring this plateaued green. If your tee shot doesn't wind up on the putting surface, par becomes a risky proposition at best. A bit of a misfire there. That is well off target to the right of this par 3. Okay, can't take putts that length for granted, but that's in for a par. Now to the sixth, which in fact was the old fifth hole here in years gone by. It's a long par 4 at a full 500 yards. Allen's Creek, which we saw on hole 1, makes an appearance here as well. This is the number 1 handicap hole, so par is a very good score. No issues here. That is into the fairway. Outstanding strike right there, right off the center of the club face, and a good chance for birdie. That's a good putt right there. That's a birdie, and it is back to 1 over now for the round. The seventh now is a par 4 at 460 yards. Allen's Creek runs up the right side of the hole before darting directly across the fairway. The approach is a tough one, too, uphill to one of the more challenging greens on the entire golf course. That is started right, and that is trouble. And that will be into the hazard. That breeze really just pushed the ball right all the way. So the decision made to re-tee it, and now this will be the third shot here on this hole. Yeah, much better there. No questioning whether this is inbounds. It is right there in the fairway. Fourth shot wants to get this close.
Inexcusable.
Well, he'll be putting, but not from where he probably should be.
Yeah, from where he was, I was expecting something inside 5 feet.
No, the touch definitely eluding him on this hole.
Well, hit the stroke limit on that one.
The 8th hole checks in at 430 yards. After dealing with narrow landing zones on the previous 2 holes, players here no doubt appreciate a large driving area here at 8. 3 deep greenside bunkers guard against a very large green that can yield a 3-putt if the approach is not accurate.
It's so hard to bounce back after a huge score, especially when you're still reeling from it. But try and pull the screws back in the head there. Just take a little breath, maybe 2. Decent swing. Don't try and kill it. Exactly like that. Really good shot.
That's got to be disappointing. Good lie in the fairway, and the approach winds up in the bunker. That is a good-looking pass out of the bunker right there. Got that to stop in a good place, leaving just a few feet for par. Well, a good comeback from the 7 he posted a moment ago. This is how you get back in stride, just a simple par. The final hole on Oak Hill's front side is this one, the 480-yard 9th. This is a demanding uphill dogleg right featuring a fairway that gets narrower the farther a tee shot travels. Players will want to avoid going right, as a tee shot in that direction could lead to being blocked out by trees, or worse yet, wind up out of bounds.
So that ball nestles down in the rough. Just got to weigh a little bit on that tee ball.
We welcome in Iona Stephen. This, a putt for birdie.
And Rich, this is a green I am familiar with, and this putt is slower than most people realise. Slightly up that slope, little bit of movement from right to left.
Yeah, that's a good putt. It's in for par here at the 9th. We begin the back nine here at Oak Hill with a 430-yard par 4 10th. This hole runs somewhat parallel to the first, so that means Allen's Creek is once again an issue, as indeed it crosses the 10th fairway at right about the 300-yard mark. Well, you can't walk out and drop it any better than that. That is a fine tee shot right there. Pin tucked in the back right here as he readies his second.
Oh, this is straight at it.
It is a really good line.
Good shot. Safely on the green and a birdie chance.
11 feet away.
Oh no, that never had a chance.
So that'll be a par, and it'll keep him at +4 on the day.
Now to the longest par 3 of the course, the 245-yard 11th. It is said that 2,000 tons of sand were used during renovation of Oak Hill, and plenty of it wound up right here, as large bunkers protect a green that's been raised nearly a foot from its prior location.
And an awkward little bunker shot. Just splash it out, let the ball run towards the flag.
lie may have been a little more sunken in than we had thought, but all in all, not a bad shot out of the bunker. Oh, boy, you hate to give one back on a putt like that. You never like to mark down a 4 on the card when you have iron in your hand and a ball on a tee, as he did at this par 3, but that's what it is. It's a bogey after the tap-in. The par 4 12th is a visually intimidating one. It's not long by most standards at an even 400 yards, but 2 bunkers have been added in the landing area off the tee, so precision is a key. Yeah, just what you want at this point in the round. You're trying to find a rhythm, hit fairways, hit the middle of the club face. That's what they did right there. From the fairway, Iona, this his second.
129 yards left to the flag today. Pin smack bang in the middle.
I imagine a miss club because that ball sailed past the flag. Really just fortunate to stay on the back of the green.
A good 29-foot putt here. Good putt there, but it is another drop shot as that score falls to +6. Now to the 13th, the second par 5 on the course. This one known as the Hill of Fame. This is another of the holes that has been redesigned in recent years and features a brand new green that's faithful to designer Donald Ross's original vision. A plaque dedicated to him on the course features his quote, "Golf should be a pleasure, not a penance." And indeed, a couple of pleasing shots here could lead to a birdie. still well over 300 yards to the flag, so getting this to a good number, the key here for his second.
Good effort here at the par 5. Good tee shot, and that second shot on that first cut sets up nicely for a short wedge. And this has been a well-played hole so far.
Just 5 feet left. Oh, boy, you hate to give one back on a putt like that. With these par 5s, this is where you can really make a move. Possibly an eagle, a birdie. You don't want to give shots away to the field, but that's what's happened. That's a bogey 6 at this par 5 13th. We turn southward as we arrive at the 320-yard par 4 14th. This one's known as Bunker Hill, and for good reason. A total of 6 bunkers needing to be navigated from tee to green. This is maybe the biggest risk-reward hole on the entire course. No problems there. That's going to wind up safely in the fairway. The big drive got him here. Now a short one for his second. Looking to splash this softly onto the green. Oh, the hands came through beautifully there. Good thump of the sand and a good chance to save par. Yep, good work not to let that get away, and that's in for a par. Reshaped to fit the look and feel of the original Donald Ross design is this gem, the par 3 15th. Even with a short iron in hand, this is an intimidating tee shot as players will need to locate this plateaued postage stamp green or suffer the consequences. Okay, that one's dancing. A look at birdie here at 15.
Yeah, and there is a big break here from right to left, and we're going back up the slope, but just ever so slightly, so you have to prioritise that line.
Now, got that up too high and it didn't want to come back. Been that kind of day. 8 over par already. The final 3-hole stretch here at Oak Hill's East Course begins with the 460-yard par 4 16th. It's been opened up recently with trees removed down the right side, but in their place, a couple of bunkers that need to be avoided at all cost. That one gonna split the middle, maybe get a little rollout as well. That is a good, solid tee shot. Noticeable breeze coming right to left as he eyes his second.
And that ball looked very good in the air. Just doesn't quite finish up that near to the flag, but still on the green.
Cleans that up in the hole. Up next comes a test in the par 4 17th hole at 500 yards. This is a par 5 for the members, but for the pros, it's a long par 4. Tee shots here need to favor the right side because anything left can run right through the fairway and take away any hopes of reaching the green in regulation. Yeah, that's a nice swing, and the result is going to be a tee shot that is set up just fine. Breeze at his back shoulder as he lines up his second from the fairway. Well, had a good look at the green, but couldn't cash it in. In the rough now, wondering what might have been. Yep, played that nicely. That'll work out just fine.
Right about 9 feet here to the hole. Eight over for the day.
The 18th hole here at Oak Hill's East Course is everything you want in a finishing hole. A par 4 at 490 yards. It's a gentle dogleg right with 3 bunkers added to give those trying to cut the corner something to think about. From there, it's a classic finishing approach shot to a green protected by 4 bunkers and watched over by the classic Tudor clubhouse above.
Let's forget about the last $17 because that tee shot, dinner's going to taste good after that one. Great shot.
Now a second from just under 180 yards.
And safely on deck. That's the main thing, but from that distance, really don't want to leave yourself like a knee knocker, like a 4 or 5 footer. So this first putt's going to have to be good.
Boy, that's a tough one to leave short. It never really carried the necessary pace.
Yeah, that's a good putt. It is in for his par here at 18. And this is going to end up being a round of 78.
Well, that'll wrap it up for us today. We saw a lot of great golf, Frank.
The course was good. It was gettable for some, but, in the end, it really gave you what you deserved, just the way we want it.
And that'll do it for our entire team. I'm Rich Lerner.